Welcome to the director's commentary of Watched.
As you can see, my location doesn't fit the usual conventions of a horror film, but it still entices the audience in, as I think not being able to see everything that's going on, you want to discover what is watching them and why. Also, the camera's perspective is one that's usually been experienced by most people, so my audience can clearly relate to it. The characterisations of both Darcy and Donnie were really important to me because I wanted them to seem real, I wanted them to seem believable, because I thought that would open them up to the audience and the audience would respond better. By better I mean that they could relate to them and that it didn't seem so out of reach, and I've said throughout my entire evaluation I wanted to keep this degree of real life and reality, and I think if I was to have a relationship between them that seems a bit far-fetched or that it can't really happen to normal everyday people, I think that would make my opening sequence lack the believability that I'm trying to achieve. Again, the locations look normal, they don't look anything that you couldn't find everywhere or every day, and I think this does make it more scary because the audience can think, oh god, I could be somewhere like this, not like, oh that's never going to happen, I'm never going to be anywhere like that. I think the main unique selling point of my film is my use of perception, because I play a lot on how you can see what's going on and why you can see it, where you can see it, who's seeing it, how they're seeing it. And I think that really messes with the audience's mind because it changes so frequently. You feel really unsettled, and obviously it's a horror and it's more of a psychological horror, and that's kind of the effect that I was going for, that you do feel very uncertain, you don't feel settled. And I think camera angles and shot types really enhance that. The sound I used, I really wanted to create tension. That was my main aim, because I think from my movie research and planning, I realised that sound plays a really important key, and during my audience research, they told me that the sound really added to how scary it was. So I think that kind of engages with the audience. If they can understand why they're being scared and how they're being scared, I think if you can enhance that, then it really sells your film to your audience.